most. And let me to reiterate, I was so happy, and in fact I'm employed senior, that is Yogo, because he has demonstrated the undying spirit of a buffalo soldier from where he was to that point. Now I've realized that the Ministry of Education has got 3 departments. I thought that there were 2. And I've also realized the health ministry, which I believe that in the near future I'm going to be one part and parcel stakeholder, as also 3 where medical services takes lead. Now my takeaway is when Mr. Yogo was presenting that charisma without character is a recipe for
disaster.
How many were with me? Charisma without character is a recipe for crisis, and in so doing, we as young people are implored that we should also work on our character as we walk up the ladder, because we believe this is not the end of it all. The last one, I think if there is a question, I don't know if we are going to have a Q&A session, I can save it. Thank you.
You can currently just ask, then we'll pick other 3 questions.
Thank you. The 2022 elections, there was a Mkruini MP aspirant who also couples to be a lawyer or a barrister. And he said after losing that the intellectual difference between him and the electorate could not meet the meeting of minds. Meaning that maybe he had got a greater vision that these other people couldn't comprehend. Now, as we had said, we have got issues of articulations on the best things we want to do for our country. You have traveled, and maybe from Singapore, which we believe that we are looking up to as a nation. How will you make these people that don't understand, that are not exposed to how things are done, like now this is a new initiative that you're bringing as leaders, so that they can understand a vision that you have seen, and they can adapt it and work towards achieving it as a leader. Thank you.
Thank you. Second takeaway? Yes. Let's appreciate Mr. Valentine.
Good afternoon. My name is Babu Mbeche. I'm the youngest mzee in UN. So my key takeaway points from Yogo, he said that leadership is by concept and management is by code. I come from this school, same school with Robin Sharma, the author of Leaders Without Title, the leader who had no title. And Robin Sharma says that everyone is a leader at his or her individual point. And he says that before someone stands to be the leader who leads the leaders, then everyone else is a leader. So, Mr. Yogo, you've really inspired, and it was a good one. Thank you.
Let's appreciate Mr. Babu. The last one was at the back. The one with, yes.
All right, thank you. My name is Tony Blair. One takeaway I have, I'm a student at Jomo Kenyatta University, is that I got it from the last speaker because I arrived a bit late. And she actually articulated something on responsibility, we as the young people. And again, something to do about being taught about how to fish so that we can implement what we have been taught. And this has really engineered something in my system and really bestowed something in me that as a young person, I have a responsibility to take for the future generation. And therefore, I would also like to request our leaders and fellow students that let us give opportunity to the young people so that we exit to explore much more about our country as well for the progress, so that as we lead with unity and togetherness, we can achieve something great. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's appreciate him. Now, I'd like us to take one question per speaker, rather. We have one question for Mr. Osborne. Could we have a question for Advocate Millie, a question for Mr. Alphonse, and a question for Miss Mary? Yes, in front, Juliet. Second, yeah, the lady in red. And the third one. The last one. Yes, Dawn, Mr. Dawn. Yes, you can start because you're closest to the mic.
Thank you so much. For me, I just stated that I'm FCPA, so I'm also doing BCom and I'm interested in this treasury. Now, my friend there said very well that we as student leaders, we should ensure that the allocation to the institution is of more economic benefit. But now, as the student leaders, our fear is, will you take the process of your implementation of this, our submission? Yes, we can submit our, maybe, let me say, resolution and so on. But now the problem comes in when it comes to implementation. That is our fear as student leaders. Number two, again, personally, I had some questions to the PS because I was one of the guys who, among those people who unpacked 2025 financial bill. And we saw some proposed taxes on animal feed. I'm yet to understand that at the end of the day, this proposed tax on animals feed, what is the outcome to the purchasing power and to the final product? Automatically the prices will go up. So I think, sir, we just need to understand. Then lastly, these online digital platforms are taxed. As we speak, young youths are paying taxes for these digital platforms. But again, there are no jobs, of which we understand. Now, because you've come with a better option to fathom the intellectual minds of students here today, we are requesting, and I'm submitting on behalf of others as comrades, we be given platforms, especially to run the webinar, awareness, to create awareness on how to file KRA returns, the exact what common mwananchi should know, because the online platforms are being taxed. So as a taxpayer, I need to feel that even if I'm being deducted a tax, there is an alternative of getting a job from the treasury. If you assure me that, I'll then go back to my constituents and explain to them, comrades power, comrades kazi. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's appreciate Don for that. And also, we can continue the conversation on social media. Let's be recording the people who are giving their insights and also questions, so that people out there may also, or rather our followers and social media platforms may come alive, and that we may also get the conversation going on social media. Remember the hashtags, hashtag budget yetu sauti yetu. What was the second hashtag? Bajeti sauti ya vijana. Vijana na bajeti. Thank you. Hata mimi nimesahau. Oh, that's not right. The second question, there was a third and fourth question. It was the guy at, behind. But since you have the mic, just be brief and concise. To the point, kindly, Wakili.
Okay, thank you. I'll try to be brief. And my question is to the National Treasury as a whole. And this is the question. Currently, we are seeing the rate of turnover from universities to the market field. What is the National Treasury, as an institution, department within the government, trying to do to ensure that we try to help and create opportunities for the young people who are coming out of the universities? And this I understand that in a third world country, I know Kenya is a developing country, it is not for the government always to create opportunities. And we leverage more on self-employment. But then we have so many professionals who are coming out, not getting opportunity even for apprenticeship. And even the internship opportunities. I've had engagements with the Ministry of Lands and PSINGA. There was a time when we were trying to work out on something on how affordable housing we can create 500,000 jobs for the young people out of affordable housing. It's something that was very complicated. And even when we were trying to see that people to do 3 rotations, that each person 8 hours to have enough opportunities for the young people, it was a very complex thing. And this goes directly, not only within the Ministry of, it especially lies within the Ministry of the Treasury and of the Public Service. How are we going to create more opportunities? What is the Treasury doing to create more opportunities for the young people, even in tax incentives for the upcoming young people who are trying to have business, create their businesses, even tax leverages on their, some people are working under as an interns, paying 20, 30,000 as young people just trying to survive. How can we create tax incentives? Not only directly through their income taxed, but also other taxes that are there or are imposed on so many things that are touching on the young people to help the young people grow economically, because that is my biggest concern, because in the next 10 years we might have a very big problem of employment. And I just want to understand, as a department that deals with financial issues, what essentially are they planning to do to ensure that they leverage and reduce on the rate of unemployment, not only directly employment by the government, but also on self-employment through tax incentives.
Thank you. Let's appreciate him.
Okay, once more. I'm Paul Samuel, the SG Emeritus, Maseno University. I have a question on this topic that I saw on rethinking on budget allocation for campus security. And as a youth and student advocate for peace and security, I have a question that most of student leaders in this country have taken a lot of initiatives towards addressing peace and security in various institutions. And some of these initiatives, student leaders are planning to maybe institutionalize them in their various institutions. For example, there is a recent initiative that have given many student leaders to have conversation and engagement direct to the security agencies, the Jukwaa la Wasomi. I know most of student leaders here are aware of it, that it was formed through USPAC, who the CEO is Wakili Alan Chacha. Now, what is the plan from the Ministry of Finance or from the National Treasury and Economic Planning? What is the plan towards this? Are you planning to support, because as I have said, that most of student leaders right now are thinking now to make some of these conversations or some of these initiatives to work and maybe create those forums towards addressing these peace and security issues in the institutions. And it is true that on that, most of institutions or most of student leaders are not supported towards addressing that. They have that interest, but now that support, now as the National Treasury and the Economic Planning, please guide us or tell us what is your plan. Thank you.
Yes, and let's appreciate him, and let's be reminded to be brief and concise, straight to the point. Yes. Kindly pass the mic to the lady in red.
Can
Kindly
I ask?
Sorry, because of time.
It is only one question, kindly.
One sentence.
Yes, it's written. Once again, I'm Ronnie Kipkorir, Secretary General Lupe University, Busia County. One question which it has spotted me, and I saw the importance of mentioning it because it's cutting across all universities is what measures are in place to ensure timely disbursement of student loan and scholarship, and how will delay be prevented in the upcoming financial year. I'm saying this because as we talk now, some students, especially those under the new funding model, who didn't their support in the previous academic year, coming to this year, they have received financial support for this academic year. Now, who will clear the burden for the previous academic year? And as I talk, a number of students from Alube University cried a lot. And as an SG, all the tears are coming and passing to you. Comrades are coming, crying on your shoulders. It's my question now. I really decide to travel from the border to this place so that I present the issue and have a solution not only for Alupe, but for all universities in Kenya. Kindly help us, because as leaders, we are the people who are suffering the most because of our people. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Stacey Onyango. So I have two questions to the advocate and to Mr. Yogo. Being a leader is to impact, and we just agree that for us to get to where you are today, we need to get the platforms for us to be there. As individuals, can you sponsor like one student leader, maybe to go to Singapore and start business management or such things, for them to be where you are today? Second, as a prospective advocate of the High Court of Kenya, this year we didn't have the KSL having the HELB loan. And you know, after graduation, we really don't have that much money. Can we agree that the class of 2026, 2027 may have HELB loan for the KSL class next year? I want an assurance, a yes or a no, because they've already applied for that. Lastly, for the student leaders who are here, we know that at least a good number of students, yes, we get help. But paying the help sometimes might be hard post-graduation. Is there any time, like you do the tax waivers, can you do the help waivers as well for the students who have help loans, to help them start, so that the little they have, they use for business and not paying help? Because I hear some organizations, for you to work, you have to have the help clearance certificate. So can we have help waivers?
Let's appreciate.
I only have one question. You see, the other ministries depends on the Ministry for Treasury. Treasury. I come from a place where I was the first person to speak in English, so sometimes it is difficult. So there is this problem that when the doctors want to strike, the ministry will always complain that the treasury has not released the money. When we need help, Bwana Ogamba will always say we have not received the money. In any other ministries, yet in each and every day we are paying the taxes. Is it true or false? So where is this delay is coming from? Just like the other day when the lecturers were on strike, when the Minister of Education goes to the press, they say, we have not received the money from the treasury. Yet when my mom goes to the market, she pays the tax. So do tax also mature for the money to be released? Kindly answer me. Thank you. Laugh for me.
Hello. I have two questions, and my first question, it goes to Alphonse. His topic was on rethinking budget allocation for campus security, and he mentioned a little bit on mental health. And my question is, are there budget allocation when it comes to mental health that goes to campuses? And if yes, how is it being done? Because as far as I know, even as a campus student, every time mental health webinars are being held, or even meetings, we find that student leaders are the ones who still source for funds. They still look for some of organizations to come and chip in. And besides that, you find that when these webinars are being held, it's always about like, this is what you need to do to avoid maybe not being suicidal, but at the end of the day, it's not about what you are being told to do. It's like, how do you engage these students on what are their pressing needs? And you find that some of them will tell you issues to do with maybe school fees, and then if you look at the bursaries, it's not enough. Like at some universities, they get like 7,000, some 5,000, and that does not still help. So what are the appropriate measures if this money is not being allocated that are being put in place to ensure that at least universities are being funded to help talk on issues to do with mental health, because it is one of the most pressing issues at the moment in campuses. And my second question goes to Advocate Millie. You gave a very good topic when you talked about governance and us being able to incorporate and even like how do we govern in our various positions where we are. And you mentioned something that we have a say, and it is true, yes, students, we do have a say on matters that are affecting us, because if you look at education, you look at health, we are the mostly affected, especially as we are still in campus. And is there a possibility for us to have stakeholder engagement moving forward with even the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Education, so that we are able to table or even articulate our own concerns at a personal level and ensure that they're being incorporated and acted upon? Thank you.
Let's appreciate Juliet and everyone who has spoken.